Jezebel is a spirit of control. It's a spirit of manipulation. It's a spirit of witchcraft. Jezebel has to die.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my page. Today I'll be discussing the traits of Jezebel featuring Brenay Kennard and Timothy Montague.
The jury found Kennard guilty of both criminal conversation and alienation of affection.
And it was nothing but lies.
He was trying to race.
So push like you want to push.
You had no business messing with that man. You have no business telling me what I should or should not do because you don't know the truth. You don't know what happened.
You were the mistress. Oh, God. That's crazy.
The definition of the word mistress is sorceress, necromancer, one that has a familiar spirit. Anybody that is a mistress, anybody that is in adultery, you're no longer dealing with a regular person. You're dealing with a witch, according to scripture, not according to Tiffany.
I'm telling you, this is a normal thing. This is a normal thing for people to still be in a legal marriage and still have other people that they're seeing. It's normal. Google it.
The spirit of Jezebel is a concept rooted in the Bible in the Old Testament story of Queen Jezebel. It's often used in religious or spiritual discussions, especially to describe a certain type of demonic or manipulative influence associated with rebellion, control, and seduction. Today, we'll focus on the concepts of manipulation and control.
When this spirit is in someone, we automatically assume that this spirit is coming only to seduce. But someone with a Jezebel spirit goes beyond just trying to seduce. This is a spirit that comes to lie, to deceive, to manipulate, and to control.
Jezebel used emotional manipulation to get what she wanted. A notable example is when she orchestrated the unaliving of an innocent man named Naboth in order to obtain his vineyard. To execute this, she forged letters in her husband King Ahab's name, set up false witnesses, and arranged for Naboth to be falsely accused and stoned. Just like Jezebel, when Brenay could not get what she wanted, i.e. Timothy Montague, she strategically plotted the unaliving of Tim and Akira's marriage in order to fulfill her selfish desires. Brenay used emotional manipulation as a tactic to gain access to Tim and Akira's marital home. She essentially did this by playing on Akira's emotions. Brenay convinced Akira that not only was Devon abusing her, but that she had a strained relationship with her family.
Let's talk about the time where I was there for a whole week at their crib. And let's ask why I was there the whole week. Why, Brenay, how come you were there at someone else's house for a whole week? Oh, well, because Devin tried to buck up at me like he was going to hit me. Ooh.
Brenay claimed that Devin was a domestic abuser, which led her way to go and stay with Tim and Akira for a little bit. Akira had no idea that she was lying. Devin never abused Brenay. They have proof, messages in court. Brenay said that she also didn't like her family because her family is using her for money. She said she has issues with her brother, Byron Kennard. She stated that Lakeisha Jones likes Karrin Kennard more because she's the cuter twin and she's prettier than Brenay.
Why are we like this? We're such kids. This feels good.
Because Akira saw Brenay as a friend, this obviously moved Akira's heartstrings and she allowed Brenay into her marital home. However, while in the home, Brenay stirred up confusion and further divided the union between Tim and Akira. According to Akira, Brenay wore very revealing clothing and crossed many boundaries while in the home. She even refused to leave the marital home once confronted for her behavior.
There was a time when Tim and Akira got evicted from their apartment. They moved into a home, and on the lease was Tim, Akira, and Akira's grandmother. Tim would be in the living room with Brenay with the door closed while Akira would be in the room. Akira would go to bed a little early because she had to go to work the next morning. Sometimes she said she was off, but she did wake up sometimes like in the middle of the night or late at night for bathroom breaks. When she woke up, she noticed that Tim and Brenay were in the living room with the living room door closed. There was a time Brenay and Akira's grandmother got into it. Akira's grandmother told Brenay that she has to leave. Brenay told the grandma no because Tim wants me here. He wants to be around me. He wants me here. They got into it verbally. Brenay pushed Akira's grandmother.
Another way that Jezebel exercised manipulation and control is by using her authority to override boundaries. See, Jezebel had no respect for legal, moral, or personal boundaries. Jezebel used her power as the king's wife to orchestrate Naboth's death, again in order to obtain what she wanted. Brenay has this same issue with boundaries. Despite Brenay being a Christian, Brenay allowed her lustful desires to override her moral compass. Brenay also refused to respect personal boundaries. Brenay showed up to the hospital with Tim in an attempt to remove the children from Akira's care.
It was stated that Brenay, Tim's mom, Tim's sister, Tim's god sister, and a couple of other family members showed up to the hospital when Akira and her children got into the car accident. It was stated that Akira and her children needed to be checked out. It was stated that Akira's children were able to be checked out, but currently she was not able to be checked out at the time due to the long wait in the waiting room. During that time, Tim brung Brenay once everything was over, and he was trying to take the children away. Akira looked at Tim and said to give me my son back. Somehow he let go of Jacoby's hand. Brenay grabbed Jacoby and started walking off. Akira looked at Brenay and said, "Bring me my son." Akira stated that Brenay smirked at her and she proceeded to walk off anyway. The altercation ended up outside because they did not want it in the hospital. Akira stated that Tim's mom put her in a headlock because she wanted to get her children back. Unfortunately, Akira was not able to recover her children, so unfortunately they did leave with Brenay and Tim.
Brenay even showed up to the children's school with Tim for parent-teacher conference, all things she had no business engaging in as the girlfriend or stepmom.
Additionally, the order stated that all communication about the minor child shall be between the parties only and not third parties. However, in violation, the defendant appeared at the minor child's school with Brenay and attempted to have a meeting with Tim, Brenay, and the school counselor to discuss the minor child. This violation occurred on 2 occasions at 2 different schools where I beat out on.
Lastly, Brenay has a history of overstepping legal boundaries. Even after Akira was granted a restraining order, Brenay still continued to show up in spaces that would compromise that restraining order, i.e. Akira's son's graduation.
The only reason why y'all know I went to the graduation is because people on their side are recording us being weird. And nothing happened other than the parties, other than those people over there antagonizing and harassing us. Because we were there to show the baby's love. Like, God forbid I love them too.
Tim's court proceedings. The list goes on.
Come on. Like, don't give them what they want. Don't give them what they want. We're not going to be. Wait, hold on. You stay here. Okay. Because what you're not about to do is fix something. She's still going.
She even continued to mention and post the children to social media after the courts specifically prohibited her from doing so.
You feel like I'm obsessed with mentioning the kids when I'm not? That's your own opinion. You do what you want with that opinion. I don't care no more at this point. Like, when I speak and say what I got to say, because when all this stuff first started to come out, Brenay didn't open her mouth and say nothing. I didn't say anything. And now that I'm actually fed up with the lies that's being spread.
Finally, another way that Jezebel exercised manipulation and control is by manipulating the truth. Jezebel created lies and false narratives to destroy people who stood in her way. Jezebel fought against the truth because the truth would reveal her wickedness. She essentially weaponized lies to control outcomes.
The jury found Kennard guilty of both criminal conversation and alienation of affection.
The verdict didn't go in my favor, and it's still like, it seems like, Brenay, you're not telling the truth, but when I actually show them the facts of what actually happened, the breakdown, when they talk to me, then they're like, oh, I understand now. So, yeah.
In this case, Brenay attempted to use her social media influence to control a false narrative, ultimately manipulating the truth regarding her divorce to Devon and her affair with Timothy Montague. Brenay for several months used her social media influence to push a false narrative to her 2.9 million followers.
Once everything come back and everything is proven and all this other type of stuff, y'all gonna look so stupid to believe the lies that she spoke upon.
We still waiting for her truth to come out in court. You lied to your people. All them people that follow you, all the people who have been supporting you, all the people who have been believing in you, baby, you lied.
Brenay thought she could silence Akira and Devon. However, as the case garnered more attention, Akira and Devon established their own social media presence. The truth would further be revealed through shocking court testimony. Now, here are just a few of Brenay's lies that have been proven to be false. On February 2nd of 2024, Brenay took to social media and announced she was divorced from Devon Mayo.
Okay, but yeah, for all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced.
I've been struggling to even want to speak out about the situation of me and Brenay's divorce. It is not because of, we ain't even divorced yet, actually. We're still in the separation phase, but yes, she is wanting to be in a relationship with my cousin again.
I said I was divorced, and you guys will see why I said that. You will see why I said what I said. Right now, I'm not gonna tell you why I said it until everything is over with. You will see why I said what I said. But yes, that's exactly what I said.
However, according to court records, their divorce would not officially be finalized until August 1st of 2025.
Free at last, thank God almighty. I'm free at last.
Now, according to Brenay, there was no affair. She and Tim were simply close friends, and the relationship would not become romantic until July 6th of 2024.
You leave there after a week. How soon did your romantic relationship start?
Our romantic relationship didn't start until July 6th of 2024, so way after.
So like, was that a year later or?
No, it's a couple months.
Yeah. A couple of months?
Yes.
And no feelings at the time when you were living the house?
No, not at all.
However, this was debunked through court testimony and the supporting evidence that was presented in court. According to line 48 of the legal complaint filed against Brenay, Brenay began having relations with Tim in Tim and Akira's marital home in December of 2023. In January of 2024, Akira would go on to discover explicit videos of her then husband, Tim, and her then friend, Brenay.
The video that Brenay sent Tim was so raunchy that a juror has quit. She said she don't want to hear no more. She can't take anymore. And at this point, she can't say if she'll be fair and impartial. Y'all, the jurors are disgusted with Brenay at this point.
According to Brenay, Akira was jealous of her.
Oh, okay. She's been jealous from the get-go. I don't know why y'all believe that. But hey, it is what it is. Jealous of what? Me? Like, I don't understand why y'all don't.
She further suggested that she made Akira extremely uncomfortable.
I make her mad. I make her very uncomfortable. I make her very uncomfortable. And it's actually hilarious. Because you went through this before with another woman. But yet, where's the charges being filed if they were... It's okay though.
However, as the case continued to unfold, this narrative was proven to be false. Evidence revealed Brenay was actually stalking Akira.
Brenay got her butt arrested trying to stand by her man, y'all. Akira filed this paperwork on September the 5th, 4 days ago, knowing that Brenay was going to run her up there to their court proceeding again today to be beside him. I don't know if she feel like she can't trust him around Akira or what the case is, but she don't let that man go up there by himself. Now, on this paperwork, it says that Brenay has been discussing Akira online since June of this year. She's been making posts on TikTok, Facebook, and on Snapchat, and Akira has proof of it. They have pictures, they have videos to show everything that Brenay has been doing. Now, Brenay has posted an unsecured bond, which means that she was given a bond. She did not have to pay anything today. However, she already has a hearing set, and it's set for the 11th of this week, which is Thursday.
For example, every time Akira would change her hairstyle, Brenay would mimic that same style. She even went so far as to change her wig during the trial to reflect the same hair color as Akira.
You're so pretty. Oh my God.
You have been to jail and charged, and you are confirmed to be this woman's stalker. And your goofy think it's okay to show up day 2, 48 hours into the court case with the exact same hair color? Why? All the wigs we know you got. And this is your choice.
Brenay also went from long junk nails to short clean nails like Akira's.
Akira will always get French tip nails because Tim has an addiction with French tips. So he made Akira always get French tips. There was a video in the computer where he told Brenay to go and do the same exact thing, and Brenay went and got French tips as well. Brenay objected. Her objection was overruled.
Akira also stated that her dream car was a Kia, and of course, Brenay went out and bought a Kia.
I want a Kia. I want whatever I get, I need a 7-seater because I just plan on having more kids and I need to get part of that.
Dream is getting washed.
Robin asked Brenay what type of car does she has. Brenay stated that she does not know what type of car that she has. Robin asked, so you don't have a 7-seater Kia? Brenay stated, I guess I do.
Panoramic.
I would also like to add that Brenay attempted to normalize adultery and use her large platform to push the narrative that her actions were and are okay. Jezebel used this same influence to entice Israel with the appeal of Baal worship. See, Baal worship involved sexual rituals. Jezebel promoted these sensual practices to draw people away from God and make Baal worship attractive. Well, ladies, that's all I have for now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. Until next time, I love you guys. Stay blessed and safe. Mwah.